In the following tutorial, we will look at setting up real-time displays using signals with different sample rates and using overlays. We'll follow on from the previous tutorial on setting up the Prosig P8000 and DATS data acquisition software to use multiple sample rates. To begin, we change to the signal real-time display, and you'll be able to see immediately that there are up to 10 different displays we can use, and these all at the moment are defaulted just to showing one particular signal. To add additional signals, we simply select the signal type that we'd like to add in the signal type selection drop-down, and I'm going to select frequency spectra, and then in the signal selection drop-down we choose the signal we'd like to add, and we already have microphone A, so I'm going to add microphone A again as a frequency spectra. So I'll drag that down, and you can see we now have microphone A as a time series and microphone A as a frequency spectra. What I'd like to do next is to add the other microphone signal, microphone B, as an overlay on the time series, and add the other microphone signal B as a frequency spectra on top of microphone A. And we simply do that by right-clicking on the graph, selecting Configure Overlays, and turning on whatever signals we would like. And I'm also going to switch on the legend as well, and I'll do that for both the time and the frequency display. And if I now arm the data acquisition system, we can see that we now have the green and the blue lines, microphone A and B, and if I provide some input to the microphones by clapping, we can see the signals there working live. I'm just going to disarm the system so we can add some other real-time displays. For example, with this particular tutorial we have different signals working at different sample rates. So for example, we have some thermocouple signals. If I'd like to show a thermocouple signal perhaps as a digital panel, as a raw number, I can display thermocouple channel C1, thermocouple channel C2 for example, and if I now again arm the system, we can see the two different temperatures, the frequency spectra, the time series, and again I'll clap my hands. We can see the varying traces on the screen. What I'd like to do next is to display with the signal generator. So I'll just disarm the system again, and this time I'm going to select a different display panel. I'm going to choose number 2, and I'll select a time series trace of the signal generator. So in this situation I have microphone A, a time series, and the signal generator, which is sampled at a much lower rate. And if I adjust the frequency on my function generator, you'll be able to see that change real time. And we can switch at any time between the displays. And we also have the ability to use things like cursors, for example, so we can read off particular values, and with something like a frequency spectra we can actually show harmonic cursors as well. 10 seconds for the data capture in the previous tutorial, so now we'll capture data for 10 seconds, and at the end the data is saved and the P8000 disarms itself. So we're now ready to begin with the process of analyzing the data.